Hey guys, and welcome to a new money making guide. So this is 1.5 mil an hour, 55k mining per hour, and it's actually pretty enjoyable. I mean, it isn't the most fun thing ever, but it isn't like extremely boring. It might be a little click intensive for a few people, but I like this method, and I did do this method back in the day, so I wanted to show you guys how to do this thing. So let's go into it. First things first that you guys need to know before you even attempt this guide: there are a few items that you're going to need which require different stats, and let's get into that. So first up, you do need porters. Well, you don't need them, they just really increase the money per hour and how long you can stay there, because they automatically bank your stuff if you don't know what the sign of the porter kind of things do. And they're not tradable, so you do need the level to make them. I'm not going to go into detail like how to make each, because you can look at the divination kind of thing, but I do recommend to have at least 48 divination for the tier 3, because that starts where it's getting a little cheaper per teleport. For example, the level 68 tier is like 250 per teleport in terms of GP, and then the level 88 one, which is the one I'm going to be making, is 145 per teleport. So the tier 5 is actually the cheapest per teleport, but each tier has more teleport charges on each one, so you technically can stay longer if you have a higher tier. But I do recommend using the tier 5 if you do have 88 divination. But again, 48 or higher could work pretty easily. So if you don't know how to make them, you basically have the divination energy and then a certain type of necklace. Obviously a better tier necklace, higher tier the thing. So tier 5, you need ruby necklace and 60 radiant energy. I'm just going to make 5 while I do this video. But that is the first type of item that you're going to need for this. And then the next item that you're going to need, well, you don't necessarily need them. It just increases the experience per hour significantly. It's actually about 20%, because that's what they do. And those are the mining urns. So definitely make the decorated ones if you're going to make these. And that requires 59 crafting. And again, they are not tradable, so you do have to make them yourself. But that's a whole different beast. I'm not going to go into how to make those. I might make a, an ultimate urns guide later on, but it's a pretty simple thing. You just take soft clay to a furnace, and then yeah, you just make it into those urns. And another thing that increases your money per hour as well as your experience per hour here is summoning familiars that increase your mining level. And the lowest one that I believe that actually is worth it is the obsidian golem, and that is level 73 summoning, or you can use the lava titan with 83 summoning. So obviously I'm maxed, so I'm going to use the lava titan, but again, you can use the obsidian golem if you need. But that just increases everything a little bit. And then the final thing you guys are going to need to know, look at my guy. So a dragon pickaxe obviously is the best you can use right now, other than maybe the Imcando thing, whatever. You can use a rune one, you can use an adze, it really just depends on if you can afford it or not. And then the gold armor is the golden mining set, and that just gives you extra experience. But this item is actually pretty much required for this, honestly, to make it better for you and to make it where you could stay there without water skins. This is the enchanted water tiara, and you get this from the dealing with Scaberas quest, or whatever you want to say. And it gives you basically unlimited water in the desert, so you don't have to worry about it. And then wear one of the porters. Let's go into the inventory setup. Alright, we can get ready for granite mining. I summoned my lava titan, don't forget to do that, or your golem, whatever, it doesn't matter. But as you can see in my inventory, this is kind of like the golden ratio of porters. You have 19 porters, including the one that you're wearing, and then you have 9 urns. So it's like the perfect ratio. You use all of them up, or pretty close to all of them up together, and that way you don't like waste time or waste inventory space kind of thing. But remember to keep one inventory space empty so you can actually mine it, because it doesn't let you mine it if you have full space. So let's go to the granite area. I'll show you guys how to get there. To get there, all you do is you run south of the bandit lodestone, as you can see, and then move a little bit west and you'll be right there. So looking around, there's a bunch of sandstone and granite rocks. Don't worry about the sandstone, it's not really profitable. We're here for the granite. There's a few spots here to mine. There's one on the northern side, and then there's one on the western side. You can do either one, but I feel that the western side is a little bit better because they have 4 of them right next to each other without like having you to like loop around. But the other one is also good if like both spots are taken, but for sure it really doesn't take that long for them to respawn. And if they do take a long time to respawn for you, just hop onto a more populated world like World 2 or something, and you will make technically more money, but it might be more click intensive. So basically you're here, just start mining the granite rocks. They mine pretty quickly, and as you can see, It just automatically banks it for you, so you don't have to worry. It can be kind of click intensive and grindy, but trust me, it does make pretty good money for a mining method, and it's pretty decent mining experience as well. I'll do a 10-minute test and we'll see how much I actually make. I'll be right back with the 10-minute test, and then we'll find out the hourly rate from that, because it kind of gives us a good estimate on how much you can make an hour if you did pay attention. I'll be right back. So after my 10-minute test, I have all the granite in my inventory, and I also used 2 of my urns and 3 of my porters. So basically I used 12k in porters, like GP wise, at least my type. Yours might be different if you use a lower tier. Yours probably would be higher if you had a lower tier, but that means I spent around 100k an hour just on the porters, but that isn't that bad. I mean, you do make a lot of money from the granite. Let's go sell the granite and see how much I actually make. I think they do sell for med, or maybe a little bit less than med. The large pieces actually sell for a little bit more than med by 400 GP, so it isn't really that much more, but they at least sell more. And then the middle pieces and the small pieces also sell for more. Well, actually they sell both for equal to med, and I press checked them earlier and I forgot to empty my cash pouch or whatever, but they actually did add up to 257k. If you really wanted to, you could add them all up and prove me right, but it was like 257, 258k, and if you times that by 6 to make it into an hour, because it was only a 10-minute test, that's 1.55 mil. If you take that into consideration, this method is pretty much 1.5 mil an hour, depending on you know, what porters you use and stuff. But I mean, I didn't go like super hardcore like you can, so this is easily 1.5 mil an hour. But the only problem with this method though is the only reason it's super high right now is because of double XP weekend coming up in November. I really can't guarantee this method will work in a month. At least for now, it does work very, very good. I know 1.5 mil an hour isn't that great anymore, but for something like mining, it's pretty good. Another reason for you guys to do this method, I got basically 9k experience, and that included the mining urns that I did teleport. Times that by 6, that's a pretty nice 54k an hour mining. Honestly, you can say it's 55k just for the rounding aspect, and I could have gone a little bit more hardcore. 1.5 mil an hour, 55k experience. That's pretty good for just, you know, a little mining method. It is more money per hour than the concentrated gold or sarin stones kind of thing. Obviously less experience, but if you wanted to make money through mining, this is the way to go, at least for now. And it isn't that boring. I mean, for some reason, it actually is a little fun to mine this granite. I don't know why. But before I go, thanks to Weirdy and Adam, he's also known as Was Were You All. They kind of like showed me this method and helped me out with this guide, so definitely thanks to them. But I think that concludes this guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys go try it out. I know some people will be like, oh, you ruined my method, or, you know, kind of things, but you know, I kind of wanted to help a few people out. I know this guide was a little too in-depth for what it was, but you know, that's just how I make guides. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.